Occasionally, I'll get a call from a business owner or a marketing VP, and they say they're not seeing the results they expected from their inbound marketing program. And as I speak to them and drill into what they're experiencing and try and diagnose what they're doing, how they're doing it, and the techniques they're using to implement inbound, I typically come across that they've had challenges with one or more of 7 common problems when implementing inbound marketing. So let's take a moment here and go through them. And let's understand whether you are experiencing any of these issues and what the solutions are. The first common problem is poor user engagement. People are coming to the website and they're not really engaging with the material that's there. They come to a page and they bounce away. And that can most commonly be identified by poor website design. And you think about website design, a lot of times the marketing agencies, what they do is they create a website that's very pretty. It's got all the gadgets, the bling, so to speak, flashing buttons, hover effects, video, and all that. But they're not generating leads. So that's really the goal of an inbound marketing website. You want it to organically attract the right kind of prospects to your company, convert them into leads that are very well aligned with the type of solution that you provide for companies. So if they're coming to the website, they're not experiencing what they expect, and they bounce away, and you're not converting them to leads, then that's a big issue. And it generally means the website has not really been organized well, the information flow is not well defined. And that's a big challenge that many companies face. So look at the way in which you've designed your website. Another related issue is mobile optimization. In other words, is the website responsive for a mobile device? And if it isn't, then that's another barrier for visitor engagement. Very frequently, if you go to a website with your mobile phone and it doesn't structure the website pages properly, people just won't spend the time. They'll bounce right away. They'll go to your competitor's site that is optimized for mobile. The second problem that I typically come across is I ask them, okay, the content that you created on your website, how did you approach it? How did you create this content? What strategy you put in place? And what I find is oftentimes they haven't actually developed a content strategy. They're basically brainstorming on ideas. And as a result of that brainstorming, they're coming up with random topics to write about. And just keep in mind, random process produces random results. If you want the right results, you really need to start with a really good strategy. And the other thing to think about is 91% of B2B marketers are implementing inbound. And many are having great success, but some are running into one or more of these 7 common issues. So start with that content strategy and make sure you're on a good path to create an excellent user experience with the right kind of content that delivers value when they come to your site. The third common problem is being impatient with the inbound methodology and how long it may take for you to produce results. Remember, you're competing with every other company on the internet, and there are techniques you can do to ensure that your business is found. And there's many subtle techniques you have to do. It depends on whether you're a crowded market or a niche market, but keep that all in mind. Rand Fishkin, you all may know of Rand because he does Whiteboard Friday on Moz, or at least he used to. He's now at a different company. But while at Moz, he did an article about surviving the gap of disappointment. And what he did is he charted the rate of results. Then there's a gap of disappointment where during that gap, you're expecting more results, but the results aren't really coming. But then as you continue your efforts, the results come. And he just points it out that it takes time and it takes investment and it takes fortitude to ensure that you're actually getting the results and earn the results that you'll get online. So understand that that's an important thing. You need to give it enough time for the investment you're making to work. Now, if you are impatient, because everyone knows you got to generate leads for the sales teams, if you've created the right content strategy, and that right content strategy has created digital funnels that align with your primary buyer, your prospect, and those funnels are working well, you can use paid search, paid advertising, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, any of the the paid search methods to really push more traffic into those funnels, because you know those funnels are going to convert it the right way. So that's a technique to survive the gap of disappointment, as Rand Fishkin mentions. The fourth challenge that people have with inbound marketing is not having enough resources to implement it properly. So they either don't have the people to do it, or they haven't allocated the dollars to invest in third-party resources. There are many great inbound marketing agencies that are ready and able to help you execute against your plan. It could be through outsourcing writing or other web tasks or what have you. There are plenty of partners that can help you succeed. But if you don't allocate the resources to execute against it properly, you won't succeed, and you'll run into one of those problems. It's like starving your inbound marketing to the point where it becomes ineffective. The fifth problem that people run into when implementing inbound marketing is they don't optimize their website for conversions. This I see all the time. There's so many websites that are not optimized for conversion. So think about it this way. If you're getting plenty of traffic on your website and those visitors are the right ones, they're aligned with your business, and they're not converting. There's the offers that you're providing them, or you're not putting them in the right place. Conversion rate optimization is an art, and it takes trial and error. And you'll come up with your initial design of your website, and as you see the way in which users are experiencing it, you'll tweak things, and your conversion rate should go up if you're doing the right tactics to figure all that out. There's so many techniques to do that. Can't go through them in this particular video, but optimizing for conversions is really, really critical. So think about it. If you had 100 visitors, just to make the math easy, 100 visitors a month coming to your website, and you were getting a 1% conversion rate, you'll have that many visitors to your site, right? You'll have a conversion per month. If you then are able to increase the conversion rate up to 5% or 7%, you've now multiplied the number of leads you've got from your website by 5 or 7%. So it's not always the number of visitors you have. It's ensuring that those visitors are aligned with your business and are good quality visitors, and that you're optimizing for conversion. That can be one of the highest value activities that you do with your website. Number 6, the sixth common problem that people have when implementing inbound marketing is, they do the typical thing. They buy the tool of choice. So the problem is they haven't used an integrated inbound marketing platform that helps them execute against the methodology efficiently. So they'll host it on a platform like WordPress. They'll use a social media tool. They'll use an email marketing tool. They'll have an analytics tool. They'll have a documentation management tool. They basically have the smorgasbord of tools. And the users that are doing the work have to have multiple sign-ins. None of the data is really pulled together. They're not getting the right type of analytics. So it's not an integrated approach. They don't understand how doing one thing affects another. And having an integrated marketing platform really does help companies successfully implement inbound. And my favorite, if any of you who've talked to me, my favorite is HubSpot. The seventh common issue, and frankly, there's probably more than 7 out there, but the seventh common issue that I find with the lack of success at executing inbound is a lack of alignment between sales and marketing. And what do I mean by that? Marketing team really needs to speak to the salespeople, and especially the salespeople that are achieving or exceeding their quota, because these people have tremendous insight into what problems and the points that resonate most with your target customer, and what problems are their highest priority problems. So ensuring that the content strategy we talked about above is aligned with the things that you're learning from speaking to your sales team is very important. At the same point, the work that marketing does to identify which leads are higher priority, you have to have an agreement. You have to be talking to sales. Which leads were the best leads? Which leads were not the best leads? Feed that data back to your funnels and look at optimizing those funnels that generated the best leads. The ones that didn't generate the best leads is probably because they're attracting the wrong kind of visitor. They're not talking about real pain points of your buyer. Again, there are so many benefits for marketing and sales to work together, please make sure that you make an investment to partner up. If your organization isn't doing it, do it organically. If you're a marketing person, go speak to your salespeople. If you're a salesperson, go speak to your inbound marketing people. Let's just come together and work as a team to ensure that you have the success. So I know I've been talking for a while. This is a longer video than I normally do, but I think it's an important one because if you've addressed, if you're having challenges with inbound marketing and you haven't thought about how you're addressing the 7 common issues, then perhaps you should think about it. And of course, I'm always here to have a conversation with anyone who's interested in speaking about inbound marketing, and I'd be happy to take some time, work with you, understand your issues, and help you get over the hump of disappointment and make sure your inbound marketing is generating organic and high-quality leads for your sales team so your business can grow. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.